The lesson is that you can still make mistakes and be forgiven. I've noticed that worrying is like praying for what you don't want to happen. Life is just so painful and messy and hard and worth it and all that stuff. I think you end up doing the stuff you were supposed to do at the time you were supposed to do it. I think life changes every year. This is just a little more comfortable. Nothing's a break for me. Not even the breaks are breaks. I don't want to go all Michael Jackson on you, but I never really had a childhood. When you have a good script, you're almost in more trouble than when you have a terrible script. In movies, people seem to be more emotional than they would ever be if that situation was actually happening to them. I guess the issue for me is to keep things dynamic. I walk by studio heads and they actually look and put their hand out now, like maybe I should be on their radar. I had this bad boy from New York vibe going, dressed like a punk rocker with spiky hair. Does any new parent, even if you're not a first-time parent, ever really know what to do? I think that we all do heroic things, but hero is not a noun, it's a verb. Sometimes you just gotta be drop-kicked out of the nest. It's hard to get out of the barrel. It's slippery around the edges and people are happy to see you fall back in. I know very little about acting. I'm just an incredibly gifted faker. Look, even bad years are pretty good years, I think. Do I want to be a hero to my son? No. I would like to be a very real human being. That's hard enough. I want to give myself the freedom not to have to be projecting my whole life ahead. I understand reversal of fortune, that usually has come through my own hand, but you live life on life's terms. Acting is the most wildly overpaid position imaginable. I've always been a fella who put most of my eggs in one basket and then take a dump in the basket, but I really don't know. I'm not particularly tall, strong, fast, or aggressive. I just don't like big guys who speak cryptically and act like they understand the language better than me. I'm not 40 yet. I wouldn't even bother comparing myself to Chaplin. Shaggy Dog was a very, very important movie for me. It was a very enjoyable experience. I'm in a happy relationship. Me and my ex are on really good terms. My kid and I are in a good spot. I take some pride in representing myself exactly how I would like to have my son remember me to his kids. I've always just shown up and tried to figure out what's for lunch and am I going to get to play some racquetball that night. Sometimes if you're wanting to look just a little bit taller, then you want to dress with just more of a thin cut. I'm coming from a place of total strength and humility now. I like mainstream movies that are completely off the wall. I think I've been lucky, being my frequent appearances on court TV have brought to me another level than just the actor guy.